Today we are starting our spring cleaning series, starting out here in the dining room, giving it a really good deep clean. First of all, I just want to say sorry for my voice. I am currently sick and getting over it, so I apologize for that. But I am still so ready for all of the spring cleaning, getting my house just ready for spring. I love starting this in March. That way, when the weather really starts to get warm here in April and March, I can really start to focus on the outside of our house, getting that nice and cleaned and ready to go, especially because this year we're going to be continuing to work on our outside, the backyard, getting grass, just making it more like home. If you're new here, we moved about 2 years ago into this house and it was in rough condition, and so we're kind of fixing it up, getting it to be better, and every year, every month, we're slowly getting it to there. So definitely subscribe if you're new, because we're going to have lots of home videos, outside videos, cleaning videos, all of the things, decorating. So to start out, I needed to just pick up the dishes from lunch, kind of pick up that so I wasn't making more of a mess. And then I wanted to get these curtains into the wash. I just am watching it on a cold, gentle cycle. And then I'm actually going to hang those to dry once I get everything cleaned up. So we're going to do that. And then we're also going to be getting the blinds, and we're going to be taking those down. And I'm going to be putting them into the bathtub just with some like warm, hot, not warm, I can't talk, some warm soapy water. First I'm just doing like a little dry dust just to get all of that extra dust off, and then when they're in the tub they'll just kind of soak off, and I will kind of wipe them a little bit in there and then just hang them to dry, and then we'll put those on later. But definitely just I'm getting the things that are taking the longest done first, and then we're going to kind of start working from the top to bottom. You'll have to let me know, do you try to just get all of your spring cleaning done in one day, or do you like to split it up in rooms? I find it definitely nice to split it up in rooms, and I know some people, they'll like not do tons of crazy things, just kind of projects and things that they've been needing to work on, like just cleaning under surfaces and doing lights, things like that. But I personally like to just take it room by room and really just focus on deep cleaning the whole entire space, just getting it fully reset. And I feel like taking down the blinds and things like that, I don't do that often. I do it like once a year. Last year, I will say, my spring cleaning kind of lacked because I had a baby, and so I was just trying to figure out navigating 2 kids and all of that with the baby, and it just didn't happen the way I would have fully liked. So this year I'm really trying to really deep clean, but that's beside the point. You'll have to let me know how much you like to spring clean, just like doing things here and there, or do you like to give it a full deep clean? And no matter what you do, if you don't spring clean, it is okay. You need to just do what is right for you and your house personally, because I know life can be so crazy busy, because that's how mine is, and trying to do certain things can be a lot, and so I totally get it. And me doing it just one room at a time works. I'm trying to get it done during my kids' nap time, well, nap time and quiet time, so that way I can just really focus on it, and then when they wake up we can go out and play, go downstairs and play, all of that, and I can give them my full attention. So that's what I like to do. Sometimes I might have to split that up into different days, like the kitchen I'll probably have to, and a few other rooms I may have to, or like our bedroom, since Wasey sleeps with us, I'll have to just plan to do that on like a weekend when my husband can like be with the kids, because I already know him trying to be awake and doing some of this cleaning, it just won't work out. Shampooing carpets, all of that, it just won't work out. But we're now moving on into wiping down this light, and for the most part, all I'm using today is just some warm water and then Dawn dish soap like I've used previously. It's one of my like favorite things to just clean that I feel like works really well. You'll have to let me know if you use specific cleaners or what you do. But once we get that done, we're going to begin with the walls, and we're just going to kind of work on the walls for a bit, starting from the top to bottom, and just work our way around the whole room. But if this is your first time here, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments if you have started your spring cleaning or when you're planning on starting it. I will say these walls definitely took me longer than I thought they would. Looking just kind of from a distance, they don't look like they're very dirty, but because this is a dining room, there definitely was some stuck on food splatters all over the wall that I kind of didn't see. I definitely knew there was going to be some from what I saw, and then also some like random marks on the wall just from like, you know, the kids playing, and even some like little crayon spots, not necessarily from like them full on writing on the walls, but more like Waverly will get up and kind of forgets that she has the crayon in her hand and might like hit the wall with it or something like that. That is definitely something I am teaching the kids. We only write on the paper, that's it, kind of a thing, and Waverly's done really good with that. You know, some things just happen. She gets distracted and takes the pen with her, or takes the crayon with her, so that's something we're trying to work on her not kind of doing, but it definitely made it so the walls were more dirty, especially like lower down, like Wasey's height. The walls were definitely starting to get dirty, and I've noticed that around my house, and so that's something I'm definitely wanting to work on really good this spring cleaning, is really focusing on those walls, because they really do need it. With little kids, you just have to wash them way more. I do this multiple times a year, but I really like to focus it on spring cleaning and like my fall deep cleaning that I like to do. I don't go as crazy for fall, but I definitely do like to reset some things that I usually avoid on a day-to-day basis. But definitely, I mean, it's good, I guess, that the walls, like you don't notice how dirty they are until you are really close up and looking, but also it kind of is like I wish I could see it more so I could just clean it right away kind of a thing. So there's definitely like good things and bad things about that, but I wanted to quickly just wipe these out. These weren't too bad because I recently just redecorated the shelves, but I did just still want to clean up those really quickly. And then we are going to, once I get done with this, we're going to move on into the window area. You've probably seen I kind of like to dust the walls a little bit just to get anything like cobwebs or anything like that that maybe have gotten on the walls. Usually there isn't, but you know, there might be some that you can't see. So I like to just give it a dust, get all that loose dust off, and then go ahead with a washcloth and clean it magic eraser. And I will say I used like a whole magic eraser, and I usually don't go through them that fast. So I was definitely needing to scrub this house good, and just the fact that it took up one room, I'm gonna have to go buy some more, I can about guarantee. So I'm just going to start off with washing the walls. You're gonna see I kind of go start at the top and then I work my way down, do the bottom wall, and then I do the top again. It kind of just how I felt like doing it, and that's why I kind of did it the way I did. Okay, we are going to pause now, and I'm going to rinse and wash these blinds up. I wanted to set a 40-minute timer just so that way I didn't forget about them. I didn't want them to sit in here too long. So I'm just lightly washing them with a washcloth, and then I'm just hanging them over our shower. I will say I had to bring one of them downstairs to our downstairs shower because there wasn't enough space, but I'm just kind of letting those dry. I ended up letting them dry until like the evening time, and then I could get them off, but I had to have, you'll see later, Trajan help me with the curtains. I ended up not breaking them, but the screw came unloose on one of them, and I was too short, and so he just quickly put them on for me because he can do it a lot easier without a ladder, and I needed a step ladder to do it. So he just quickly did it for me instead, and it was so nice of him to do that because I was tired from cleaning all day, and that's when I was like kind of starting to get sick when I was filming this. I wasn't quite yet, but I could definitely feel in my throat I was starting to get sick. But we are going to finish up these walls, and then we're going to really move on into cleaning other spaces. We're going to start doing the rest of the top of the window, and then we're going to move on into the chairs. And I only really showed one of the chairs. that I really fully scrubbed them down. I don't do this all the time, you're gonna see. I got like a toothbrush to get in all of the grooves. Normally I'll just kind of lightly go over them, dust them down, but I never do a full clean the way I do. So that definitely felt good to get that done. And then my 1.5-year-old's chair, that was just a disaster in itself. I've needed to clean this for so long and I've been literally dreading it. So you'll see I get my steam shot when I'm doing the windows, and I decided to go over his high chair with that. And then the chair, I tried to clean it and I was like, oh no, this needs a full-blown sprayed down. So I got some cleaner and I just let it sit while I did the table. You'll see that in just a minute. But definitely that was the way to go because it was way less scrubbing, and I needed to just do that like once a month, clean it, because it would be way more manageable than doing it the way I did waiting. I don't even know the last time I fully cleaned it like that, but you can see I'm going with the toothbrush, and I know I probably shouldn't be putting like this much water on there, but I'm not doing it often enough. If I feel like for it to do anything, I feel like it's fine. I don't know, I'm sure there'll be people saying that it's not, but it's the one way that I feel like I could really get in all of the little crevices, because there is so many in these chairs. They're not just like a simple chair to clean. So definitely just did them like that. But here in just a second, I'm gonna go clean this window. It really isn't dirty because this window doesn't get open very much in the summertime, and so I just use my steam shot to just quickly go in there. I find that that's the best way to clean those window tracks, and it really just cleans it really well. So I'll be using that for all my spring cleaning, and I will be linking most of the like cleaners and stuff that I'm using as I go throughout my spring cleaning in each of the videos. So check the YouTube shopping tab and I will have those linked there if you need any of those links. And I feel like I'm going to be saying it in every video, but the little cupboards that you saw, I'm not going in there today. I'm not going to be cleaning any of the inside surfaces with all of like our things, because if you watched any of my videos so far really this year, I've been really focusing on decluttering the whole house. That way when it came time for spring cleaning, I could just focus on that and not have to worry about the organization. So I had, my last video was a decluttering marathon where it took all of those videos and just put it into one. I will have that link down below if you want some decluttering motivation, or you can just go back and look if you're just wanting to watch a couple like shorter ones and just see how I'm decluttering the spaces there. So I will have that linked in the description box, my decluttering marathon video, because I find those really motivating. And even if you just like turn them on while you're cleaning, it's just nice to have, I feel like, sound in the background. I can't even think what I'm trying to say, but that's kind of my thoughts of why I personally like them. You'll have to let me know if you like them or not. As I was mentioning before, definitely something with these chairs and table is there's a lot of grooves, which makes it not the most kid-friendly like table and chairs, but definitely just using a toothbrush helps me so much. I really want to get the little electric kind of cleaner scrub brush. I just always forget to look at getting those, so I definitely need to. With using it for different cleaning, it would definitely be a helpful product to have, but definitely I can do it fine just with the toothbrush. So if that's all you have, that's totally okay. But cleaning the under the tabletop too, because that gets dusty, food gets on there as well, and I actually don't clean that near enough. I need to put that more on my cleaning rotation of cleaning stuff. But that's how that chair looked. I only shared cleaning 2 of the chairs because I felt like it was just repetitive. So now we're going ahead and sweeping up these floors, and then about once a year, usually it's spring cleaning, maybe another time of year I like to just take my soapy water and my scrub brush and a washcloth and just hand scrub my floors. I feel like I can get them so much cleaner, and it's just nice to fully get all the spaces that I might have been overlooking when I'm using the mop, because I use my vacuum mop, which I feel like does a good job for like a day-to-day basis, but it doesn't clean up like my spin mop, and then this I feel like really gets it clean. So gonna hand scrub all of this, and then you're gonna see my curtains, putting them back on, and it just didn't go well. So these curtains are a little bit harder to put on because I have the like corner type curtain rods that make it so it can go along each of the it's not really curves, but you know what I mean, like it angles. So they're a little bit harder to put on because they fall a lot, they can move around. But this side, I ended up having the corner part, like the screw where you can like tighten it to keep it the angle you want, fell off. And so it actually just completely fell off once you see I put the second set of curtains on. So I ended up just having to leave it, and I'm like, don't touch the curtains, kids, like it will fall on you. So we stayed down for the rest of the majority of the day. But it feels so good to just have this dining room all clean. You're going to see in just a second the afters of when the blinds and the curtains were up, and it just feels so good, especially the fresh smell of those curtains drying. I just absolutely love it. But thank you guys all so much for being here and watching. I hope you got tons of motivation to clean around your house, or maybe start your spring cleaning now. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I will see you guys all in my very next video. Bye! I'm tackling another space in my house, getting all of my house spring cleaned for 2026. Today I am working on the upstairs bathroom. I hope you get tons of motivation from this video, whether you're cleaning along with me or just getting the motivation to get up and clean. First thing I wanted to do was spray down the shower and the toilet with some Dawn dish soap vinegar and water, let that soak in for a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and take the shower curtain off, throw that into the washing machine. And as I was doing this, I wish I had had a liner that I could switch out, but I didn't. So the next time I go to the store, I need to remember that, but I'm just doing a delicate cycle on this, and then we're going to get back into the cleaning, starting out with cleaning the top. Then I would love to have like actually wiped this down, but I couldn't reach it, so we were just working with what we had. Also, sorry if you can hear the kids in the background. They are around. And then you're going to see I take my Bissell Steam Shot Cleaner, and I'm just going to go along the shower and just clean it that way. And I feel like it just gets it really cleaned and gets some of the like hard stains or like hard water that's been on them for a little bit that needs to come off. I definitely liked using this for some of the little crevices in the tub. They're actually supposed to be shower doors in here, but the people that lived here before moved it because it was kind of a pain to have the kids, you know, have them take a bath as you're like trying to clean them with the doors. So we just decided to leave them off too, and it works out a lot better. And honestly, it's kind of nice having that little black frame piece because it kind of holds back a little bit more of the water than what it typically would. But I forgot to wipe this down first, then I had to go ahead and rinse the tub again, but that's okay. We're going to move on into cleaning this light. And yes, I know the two lights are out. I thought I had light bulbs and I didn't, so I need to remember to get those at the store too. I need to start a list because clearly there's some things that I need to get for this room and just for other places in the house. But one of the things that I was so grateful for is on this day that I was kind of just taking it room by room, so that way I didn't have to do a ton. And like the bathroom, it's kind of a lot, but it's not a ton of work. But it definitely was just more manageable for me, especially where I wasn't feeling 100%. But I know some people, they will just do like all of the baseboards one day, the blinds one day, and that totally works too. I think I've done that in the past as well myself, but this is definitely something that I find works really good, and it feels so good to just have that space fully cleaned for spring. You can probably hear my kids in the background coughing and stuff. They are definitely still getting over the colds too with that lingering cough, but feeling tons better. But now I'm going ahead and just wiping down these walls, and then we're going to just wipe down the door, the bottom sets of the walls. This room definitely needs a paint job. This is one of the rooms that we hadn't got to when we were painting the house originally, because it was kind of just, we only had so much time before we were moving in, and so this was one of those things that we put off. And I'm wishing we never did that. I'm wishing we just went right to painting it, because we still have not cleaned it and it definitely needs to get done. I'm starting to clean here now the toilet, and as you can see, it was definitely gross. I did not move that near enough, so getting that all cleaned, definitely using the steam cleaner is such a good tool to have. I will have the one I'm using linked down in the YouTube shopping tab. If you don't have one, I would definitely recommend. But we're going to go ahead and get this mirror cleaned. We're going to clean the sink, and we're just slowly but surely getting this room nice and deep cleaned. It doesn't have a ton to it, but there's definitely some things that I need to do to just make it more clean. And I've thought about like seeing if there was like a tile cleaner or something that I could use, so let me know if you have one of those and like for grout that you like, because I might need to get something like that, and I can do that in the future, but I just didn't really know it too, so I just kind of went with this for today, and it definitely felt cleaner than what it was before. I am now just scrubbing down these floors. If you've never watched any of my spring cleaning videos, I always like to do like a hand scrub, and today I'm just using my vinegar, Dawn dish soap, and water mixture just to kind of scrub it, and then washing it off with a washcloth. Once I get done with this, we're going to go ahead, head downstairs. I needed to wash the rugs that were down here, and I also needed to get the shower curtain and get that hung back up, so you're going to see me do that here in just a second, and then I'll show an after with the shower curtain and an after with the rugs in place. But that's really going to be it for this bathroom. It didn't take too long, but it definitely feels so much better and cleaner. I hope you're able to get tons of motivation from this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more spring cleaning motivation, spring decorating coming soon, and mom life, all the things like that. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be spring cleaning this hallway between all of the bedrooms and the bathroom, and then we're also going to be spring cleaning the stairs area when you go to the back door and then go down to the basement, as well as just some house cleaning. I'm going to share a haul from Walmart and we are just going to get right into it. I hope you're ready for tons of motivation and that you're enjoying all of my spring cleaning. We have tons more spring cleaning to come, spring decorating, all the things. But let's go ahead and get these walls cleaned so that way we can work on carpet cleaning in a minute. Oh, dropped the water. So I was washing the walls with just some warm water with soap, and I had it in a bowl, and I had my step ladder because I'm short. And I moved the step stool, didn't even think about it, totally just knocked over all the water. So I was glad at least on this day I was going to already get my carpet cleaner out so I could get all that water sucked up, because I was not planning on having that happen. But you know, after that I was very careful to make sure I wasn't knocking over anything else, because that would just be my luck with how things would go. But definitely just liked today doing a small thing here and there just to kind of get things picked up. I was trying to get this done before Wasey went down for his nap, so that way it wasn't super loud, because there's no way he would sleep through the carpet cleaner going on. So that was what I was trying to do then, and you're going to see in just a second I go ahead and I vacuum all of the hallway. I was avoiding that spot where I spilt the water, and then I went ahead and went with my carpet cleaner. I can link the vacuum I have and the carpet cleaner down below. You're going to see later, I wouldn't recommend this carpet cleaner for like cleaning upholstery type stuff. I mean, I haven't fully done my couch, but you'll see when I go to do my stairs, it didn't end up working out the way that I hoped and I spent the extra money for. So definitely something that I wouldn't recommend for that. But as far as carpets, it really does clean them really well. It sucked up all this water really good, and I feel like it got my carpets really clean. So as far as just a carpet cleaner, I definitely would recommend, I think, getting a little portable carpet cleaner for like my stairs and for my couches would be the better option. So I'm going to definitely look into that, and I can link a few that I've been considering getting as well if you would like me to. But this is like the Bissell Pet one, and I really do enjoy this carpet cleaner besides the stairs part. But we're going to get this hallway nice and vacuumed and carpet cleaned, and then we're going to move on into the other stairs, do some cleaning, getting all of the coats and stuff that we have left over that need to get put away. I'm not really going to be using my big winter coat anymore, and then just washing walls, and then we're going to vacuum the floors and go from there. But I'm also going to be sharing a little Walmart haul of things I got for the kids so far for this summer. I cannot talk, I apologize. Okay, so I want to stop now before we get down into doing these stairs. Hopefully I don't spill more water, because that was just annoying. And then here in a minute I'm gonna have to see if the water actually, I fully got it, or if I need to go over it again. So that's fun. But I wanted to show you what I got at Walmart. They've started to get some really cute clothes out for the kids. So Waverly is now in like the older kids, and like a 6, 7, a freaking 4-year-old. I mean, she's gonna turn 5 in October, so I guess it's not there for a while. She's been in that since forever. But they have like little graphic tees, and she's obsessed with cowgirls if you've been watching my channel for a while. So she got this one, and they already, like, Waverly and Wacy have like a lot of t-shirts, so I didn't want to get a ton, but I wanted to get a few. And then there's this cute little unicorn one, and it actually has like flowers poking out, so cute. And then I think this is the last shirt I got her. It's just this little one with the ruffle sleeves, and then it has a little strawberry, and then it has a strawberry in the back that says Fruit Market, and I just thought that was cute. Like I said, she has a lot. I'm gonna make sure here in the next little bit that her shorts actually fit her. They did like a little bit ago, but I just want to make sure. And then all of her swimsuits are going to be basically too small. She might have like one or two, so I'm going to start getting her those. We'll get one for Easter as well, but I wanted her to try this one to make sure the size was actually good for her, so I know. But they had this cute little one. Honestly, the like girls section, not like the older girls, but like the toddler girls, they had so many cute ones. I wish that Waverly was still in that size, and she was too. I mean, I did have some cute ones for her, but not as cute. They always have like the open like side, and I just don't really like those. I need to look at Target to see what they have there, but this one is just these cute strawberries, and I love the little ruffle edges. So we're gonna have her try on this, make sure it's her size, and then I'll kind of go from there on getting her more, because she definitely is going to need more this summer, because we're planning on putting our pool up, so we're going to be in the pool a lot. And for Wacy, I didn't go too crazy. We like stocked up a ton last year on like 2T clothes. So I just got this little Howdy one, and I always love to do Waverly. I didn't do as dark. These are more like nicer, I guess, type shirts. They're definitely like not like, you know, super nice, like fancy, but she has like other ones that she can wear more when we're outside playing. But let's be real, summertime, they're just gonna all get dirty. But really trying to stick with dark ones for Wacy, because this is gonna be a messy year for him. Playing, I mean, really all years for a boy. He's just a disaster. And then I forgot to take the hanger off this one. I also got him little shorts, and I wanted to get some neon ones so that way you can fully see them. They had a like green yellow, I can't think of what they're called, like the cover-ups, that way they don't get sunburnt. And I was gonna get that one, but they only had one size, and it was like 5T, so I didn't get that, but got these. This was like 10 bucks, so I'm gonna make sure too that this fits him, so I know what size to get him. Since he's kind of in that stage, he's not going to be growing too much, so like most of summer he should be able to fit in it. And if it is seeming like it's a little small, I'll bump up to the 3T, but 2T should be good, because that's like all of his pants so far, and they're big. Like, they're not too big, but like, you know what I mean? So that's my little Walmart haul that I got for now. Kind of just starting to get stocked up. I need to figure out what size waist he's going to be for like sandals wise. He does have like a pair of Crocs that I think are going to fit him, and then maybe we'll get another one, and then I just need to get some like nicer outfits too. But I thought I would just share this. And then I'm also going to be on Friday doing some Easter shopping. We went to Hobby Lobby today so I could see what I needed to get for that. So while Waverly's at preschool, me and Wacy are going to get that done, so maybe I will film some of that too and share it in one of my upcoming videos as well. But now that we stopped and did this little haul, let's go ahead and start cleaning this. I'm not going to clean the walls too thoroughly in here, because there's a lot of scratches and dings, and this is an area that we haven't painted yet. I've mentioned before, we haven't done the upstairs bathroom, the kitchen, and it desperately needs it, and then the hallway, and then the whole downstairs isn't painted. So I don't want to go too crazy with it, because we are just going to paint it, but there is like some cobwebs. I'll try to show some befores, and I'm not going to be able to really clean up there, so I'll just get my duster and kind of clean it that way. We're going to clean off this area, put away shoes that don't need to be there. I'm going to try to carpet clean this rug. I don't think it's going to work. I really just need to get a new one. Clean the door, clean the floors, and then we're going to vacuum and carpet clean. And if I have extra time, my house is looking chaotic. We kind of got ready in the morning, and then we left. We ran a few errands that we needed to, and then we came back and I got things ready for lunch. Quickly got that area clean so that way I could not wake up Wacy. Hopefully I don't with this vacuuming and carpet cleaning, but we'll just see. But without further ado, I'm gonna stop rambling. Let's get to cleaning. So as far as this window goes, I didn't really want to do too much of a deep clean on it. Honestly, I just was getting it mainly cleaned up. I didn't want to get the steam shot out. I was kind of like being lazy on this day, but that was mainly because this is an area that needs repainted, and so I didn't really want to like fully scrub everything and get, you know, all of the little like black marks and everything off of it, because it does need a pretty good paint job done. So I kind of was just wiping it down, getting like the dust off, not really other things. So that was kind of my plan for that and why I didn't go that crazy in this area. But I did want to go ahead and vacuum the stairs. I attempted to carpet clean the stairs, and then I wanted to vacuum this rug, clean these floors. And then I also decided while I had the carpet cleaner out, I was going to vacuum, or I was going to clean the rug I just moved. And then I also decided just to do the one in the kitchen really quick, because I know when I go to do my kitchen spring cleaning, I'm not going to pull out my carpet cleaner just to do that rug. And so I figured while I was like in this area already, I would just quickly go over it. So that was done. So just tackling little things, getting things off the to-do list really did help, and just kind of makes it so as I'm doing other rooms it won't be as bad, because I'm going to be doing a lot more carpet cleaning. We're going to be, you know, having to do the other 3 rooms with carpet and then downstairs. So definitely have some cleaning that is going to be done. Lots of cleaning videos coming soon. I think my next video, I'm deciding on when I'm going to post it. If it'll be Sunday or if that will be like my Monday video. I'm going to be posting ideas for Easter baskets that I so far have gotten for my kids, just so you have a few ideas, because I feel like a lot of people kind of don't know what to get their kids for Easter. You don't want to like go too crazy, but you want to usually just get them a little something. So I have a few ideas of things that I typically get for the little kids, and I just wanted to share that. So be looking forward to that video coming either Sunday or Monday, I believe. And then I will also be sharing more spring cleaning. And then I think next week on my schedule, I have my cleaning and decorating video. So we will see if that actually is the case. I don't have my calendar right by me at the moment, so I can't fully look, but definitely looking forward to all these spring videos. We have a somewhat warm day today besides the wind, so it's definitely nice. And then here I was getting ready to get my carpet cleaner going, and it was like spilling everywhere, and I couldn't figure out why, and it was because it was full. So you're going to see here in just a minute, I go to dump the water, and it was absolutely disgusting. It definitely needed cleaned, and at first I didn't realize that's what the case was, so I thought that's why this wasn't working. And then after I dumped it and was still trying to get it to work, I was like, yeah, this is just not working out. And I think it's just the way that it works, where you put the hose in, it just can't get enough water to it to actually like clean, and then the suction power to like actually suck it up just isn't there and what it needs to be. So it's okay, didn't get that done today, but when I get that little small one, I will get it done. So that's, you know, just real life, and I'm just sharing those real life moments, but you're gonna see me here struggle here for a minute.
But your lips are worth more than gold. We don't fit in here 'cause we're too broke. Thank God I found you there in the smoke. All I wanted was a little.
Yeah, let's just say I'm not doing the stairs. I need to get a smaller one because that's just not going to work out. There wasn't enough water actually coming out of it to like do the stairs. And these 3 steps right here are the worst because we don't usually wear shoes in the house, but really there's a few times that we do if we need to hurry and grab something in the kitchen, or like when we're bringing in groceries, things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just clean this all up, and we're gonna be done with this because it's not working out.
Affection, they only care for their own reflection. I tried to blend in, but I can't fake it. I don't wanna be someone else. Honey, all the lies you say is so sweet. Honestly, don't believe a thing they say. So tired of the games. It's not real, it's just pretend. Honey, all the lies you say is so sweet. Honey, all the lies you say is so sweet. Honestly, don't believe a thing they say. So tired of the games. It's not real, it's just pretend. Honey, all the lies you say is so sweet. Honestly, don't believe a thing they say. So tired of the games.
So now we're just moving on into this quick little house reset. I needed to tidy up the living room, get this laundry folded and put away, and then I also needed to go into the dining room. I hadn't cleaned up lunch, so I needed to get that cleaned up, and then we had just had a mess in the kitchen. We had the stepladder from cleaning, and then the kids have time to take half the stuff out of the pantry, and that's mainly Wasey, so I had to take care of that. We needed to unload the dishwasher, load the dishwasher, just get this house reset. I love to do midday resets. I usually do like a morning, midday, and then at night, but this day I think I still actually maybe had breakfast too on the floor because we had gone to the store earlier, so I hadn't had time to clean up. I think I actually mentioned that earlier too. So getting it all cleaned up, and it just feels so much better, and it just doesn't feel as overwhelming if I just do quick little cleanups instead of just waiting till the very end and then spending my whole night cleaning. And you know, sometimes that is what has to happen. I just spend a good portion of the night cleaning because I really do hate leaving my house a mess, especially when I'm going to bed. And I will say the only times that will happen is if I am very sick. Like a couple weeks ago, I was very, very sick, and I said, I don't care, I am going to bed without cleaning. And my husband was like busy, got home like super late as well. And then there was like another night I think I didn't clean up either because I was so sick, and he was tired too, and just, you know, we both just were like, we're not doing it tonight. It was just one of those days, and I definitely felt it the next morning. I was like, oh, why did I do that to myself? Now I have like another mess to clean up instead of like just cleaning up what the day currently has. So definitely, if you're feeling like your house is just pure chaos, try to just do quick little resets, even if that's just cleaning up one space, like just cleaning up the living room or just cleaning up your dining room. Just one thing like that really can help you so much. But I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these dishes unloaded, put away, and then I also had my Valentine's flowers that were just dead. You're going to see in a minute that I needed to get rid of. And then we're going to load up the dishwasher, hand wash the few dishes that needed to, and then that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys all so much for being here and watching today's video. I hope you're able to get tons of motivation for your spring cleaning or just cleaning in general. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more of my future videos, and I will see you guys in my very next one. Bye!
Posting every day, making sure she's in every frame. Who you're trying to impress?
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I have tons and tons of extreme cleaning motivation. We are going to be doing some spring cleaning here in the kitchen. Of course, we're going to be starting with cleaning the stove, so I put that on a clean cycle. I personally had never used the clean cycle in this stove before, and it definitely stunk. I realized why a lot of people don't like to be in their house. My stove usually doesn't get too dirty, but I thought, oh, I would just try it. I will say it is really nice. A lot of the like stuck on stuff that had spilt cleaned up really easy, but at the same time it stunk so bad, and I feel like my house still is kind of stinking. So if you do that, the cleaning cycle on your stove, keep that in mind. My old stove and oven had a steam clean method, and it didn't work near as good, but it didn't stink. So there's kind of like the two different kinds, or you can just use like an oven cleaner. I think that works, but they still are kind of a strong smell, but it doesn't give like burning because the oven really gets hot to burn all of that food off. But as you saw earlier, I did take those blinds down, put those into the bathtub with some just Dawn dish soap, and let those soak a minute, and then we're going to start tackling these dishes, and then we're going to move on into the microwave. Just using my cleaner for a lot of this kitchen cleaning is just Dawn dish soap, water, and vinegar. I really just like using this cleaner, especially in the kitchen doing deep cleaning. I just find that it works really well. But we're going to get this microwave cleaned, clean the ceiling fan here in a minute. But I hope this video can give you lots of motivation to get up and get some cleaning done. Whether you're spring cleaning along with me, just trying to get your house picked up, just needing to do a little bit of deep cleaning, I hope I can just be some motivation for you to get that done. And let's get into all of this cleaning.
Telling everyone, including my friends, that she's the one. Making sure I get the message. Okay. You always find a good excuse to show her off. But I've never been more over you, so you can't stop. Honestly, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, care that she's cool, funny too, pretty hair. It almost seems to me you're on jealousy, but please, there's no need, I don't care. Couldn't care less, I swear. I'm in paradise, do my thing, not thinking
So I got that ceiling fan done. Now I'm going ahead and taking the items out of the fridge kind of piece by piece. Started out with all of the door. I wanted to get these cleaned, so took them out, and you're going to see me wash these now, and then we're going to put that back, and then we're just going to kind of work shelf by shelf after that, just so that way it's not as big of a mess. And for the most part, it's organized where I want it. I had a lot of leftovers and just old food in there that I didn't need in there, so that cleared up a lot of the space once I did that. Wasn't really checking for expired food or anything like that because I had just recently gone through all of it. I just mainly was wanting to get the refrigerator area cleaned so that way we could get the top cleaned off, and then also move the refrigerator back and clean back behind it. And the water never was turned on when we moved into this house, like with our water in the fridge, and we always kind of wondered why. And we've moved the fridge back and we saw that the water hookup was there, so we were just, when we moved the fridge back, we were like, let's just see what happens. So we plugged it in and everything seems to be working just fine. So we're gonna get a new filter for it. We did try like the water after we ran it, like got a few cups full of water, and so we had done that and it like tasted fine. But we turned on the ice maker along with that, and just before we had like gotten the filter, I decided, oh, I'll just get a cup of water with some ice, and I had it for the night, and then I woke up and there was a little bit of ice. I will say the water did not taste good, so we're really hoping that the filter will change that, and then we'll probably have to empty all of the ice that it's already made just because it's probably all gross. So definitely looking forward, if we can get it to work, having ice, because that is like something I miss so much, is having ice. And we just haven't bought an ice maker because we don't really have a good space for it, and so we just haven't done that. But definitely would be nice to be able to just have ice water, but we'll see how it works. But we are just gonna continue with this refrigerator, and then I'm gonna kind of clean the cupboards here in a minute. We're going to clean up all the leftovers, and then we're going to move on into moving the refrigerator and cleaning back behind there.
You're never here when my tears dry. You're never around to see me thrive. When it's my birthday or my day off, you got other plans and can't show up. But when life deals me a hand, all of a sudden you're the first to come. Always there to help and listen. You're just a friend when I come undone. I have to fall apart to get to see you again. You only have a heart when mine is bleeding. Some kind of friend. If I would win the lottery, you wouldn't be happy for me. But if I blew it all in one day, you'd be there to hug my pain away. 'Cause in tricky situations, you are the best friend that I've ever had. But it's such a funny feeling when you get enjoyment of seeing me sad. I have to fall apart to get to see you again. You only have a heart when mine is bleeding. Some kind of friend. You're never here when my tears dry. You're never around to see me thrive. I guess you hate when I feel great, and love it when I made a new mistake. I have to fall apart to get to see you again. You only have a heart when mine is bleeding. Some kind of friend.
So I had just shared that I had taken the blinds out of the tub and had them hang over the shower rod. So I'll let that sit, and then at the very end I had Trajan put that back for me. It was like a really awkward blind, so he just had to put it in and out for me, so I was glad that he was here. But I actually ended up just doing all of my cleaning pretty much at night, except for I did a little bit the next day, you'll see. But I was so glad that I didn't try to do this like during a nap time, because that would have just been way overwhelming. I would have not been able to get it done in a timely manner. This took me hours and hours to get done. I did it pretty much from the time the kids went to bed to after midnight, trying to get stuff done. And I was going to try to push through and just get the couple of the things done that I needed and then just start the dishwasher the next day, but I decided I should go to bed, which I'm glad I did, because right when you were going to bed, Wasey woke up, and then, woke up extremely tired. So I was glad that I decided not to fully push through and just kind of get a little bit of rest, and then I could just finish the last few things that I needed to get done. But I'm going ahead and cleaning the side of the fridge, and we're pushing that back. We're going to clean this area of the cupboards. I kind of was just doing it in sections just because I was just kind of working how, I don't know, it just felt, trying to work from like the top down as much as I could. And then I'm also doing the walls as I just am going around doing all of the cupboards. I found that to just be kind of easier. So that's what I was kind of planning on doing. So we're kind of tackling the outside of the cupboards. But I want to know, what do you do for your spring cleaning? Do you just focus on like moving furniture? Do you just focus on like cleaning cupboards, cleaning ovens, or how extreme do you get with spring cleaning in the kitchen?
Just another sunny day in Southern California. It's where the people came to play. Don't let them transform you. Come and see what you've been missing on a little slice of heaven. It's the only place we're living. It's that West Coast point of view. Easy when it's always summertime fun. You and I get free attitude. Who cares what the people think? It's been turning kinda gray in Southern California, but I'm allergic to the rain. What happened to euphoria? Don't worry about it, damn thing. I'm too excited. Dark liquor with the palm trees. It's all or nothing, ooh, it's all or nothing. Ignore the signs and socialize. Come and see what you've been missing on a little slice of heaven. It's the only place we're living. It's that West Coast point of view. Easy when it's always summertime fun. You and I get free attitude. Who cares what the people think? 'Cause it's that West Coast point of view. Easy when it's always summertime fun. You and I get free attitude. Who cares what the people think?
I'm finishing up the rest of these walls, and then the next thing on my list was to tackle the window. So I'm using my steam shot, and I'm going ahead and cleaning this window, tracking a little bit of the window, and then I'm just going to clean the window frame and just get it all clean the best I can. This is definitely one of the areas that needs cleaned and not cleaned, painted. So that's definitely something that needs done. But we're going to get the window cleaned, and I'll be sure to link the cleaning products and all of that down below. So if you have any questions of what I'm using, you can go ahead and just look at those down there. And then after I get done with this window, I'm actually going to be using my steamer as well to clean the backsplash. I'm just going to be kind of steaming it and then wiping it down that way, and I just found that really cleaned it very good. And then there was like a few spots that had some like something stuck on it, and I was able to get it off really easy without scrubbing too much. That was definitely nice, but I should have been trying to use the steam cleaner a little bit sooner because it was very late, and I always forget how loud it is, and I always think it's going to be a lot quieter than what it is, and it is kind of a loud tool to use. So definitely keep that in mind, but having this is definitely so helpful, and I'm so glad that I ended up purchasing this. This is definitely a really nice kitchen tool to have. And then you're going to see in just a second, I'm actually using this to clean my garbage can as well. This had gotten disgusting. You're going to see just, the stuff that falls out of the garbage or doesn't make it into it. So I needed to get that cleaned, gonna get the vacuum and get all of the rest of the crumbs out. And then I'm just gonna start steam cleaning this, getting it nice and clean, getting all of the like crusted on goopy food off. Gonna clean the back of it. There's some food that gets stuck behind there. And then I'll just wipe that out with a washcloth. And then I kind of dried it down, waited to put a garbage sack in it until later, and that made it really super easy and simple. So that definitely was nice and made it a little bit more manageable. And then one of the last things that I'm doing on this particular day was I'm just going to clean the stovetop. I'm just using some Dawn power wash, and then I'm just going to be using a razor blade to kind of clean up anything that's stuck on. And I needed to have switched my blade out, but I waited until I cleaned the oven, so I didn't get this perfectly clean. And I also want to get some Barkeeper's Friend. I ran out of it, but that's one of my favorite things to clean the stovetop and also my kitchen sink. I think it would also work really good for my oven, but I had ran out of it, so I didn't use that today. I just used some Dawn dish soap and used my razor blade, and then used some Windex when I got done. And then as far as the oven, I just did the same thing and wiped out all of the like burnt food. And then there was like a little section you'll see that it didn't get off at all, I think because of the way it was by the door. So I just used the razor blade and got it the best I could, and another time I can really focus on it. But it was getting late and I was over it.
Why don't you get it by now? Tell me what you learned in grade school. Give it to me like you want it. Did you forget that code? Why is our love it one-sided? It should really be give and take. Fill you up and leave me empty. Baby, was that my mistake? Covering these feelings, going through changes. I'm just so mad right now, I can't even think straight. So I'ma just tweet it and delete it, knowing you won't read it before we get too far away. I need to clear my mind. I'd rather just tweet it and delete it before we cross the line and we reach a point we can't reach. Rewind, rewind, rewind. Hiding these feelings, going through changes. I'm just so mad, but now it's at my own expense. So I'ma just tweet it and delete it, knowing you won't read it before we get too far away. I need to clear my mind. I'd rather just tweet it and delete it before we cross the line and we reach a point we can't reach.
It is now the next day. I couldn't do this until the next day because the dishwasher was really full, and I like to do it with a empty dishwasher. You can do it with a full dishwasher, but I find it works better without it. But I needed to go ahead and clean this dishwasher filter. If you didn't know, you should definitely be cleaning this. It makes your dishwasher clean so much better. I usually do it every 3 months. It definitely could be done monthly, but I end up forgetting, and so sometimes it ends up being that 3 months, but I feel like ideally once a month is probably better. And then I periodically like to run vinegar through my dishwasher as well. It just helps any hard water buildup, and I feel like it just really gives the dishwasher a good clean. I like to do this more than just spring cleaning too. I just am sharing it because it needed to get done on this day. So I just put it in, did like a cycle, and called it good. So do that if you're finding that like your dishes aren't cleaning very good. Clean the filter and then run a cycle just without anything in it, and I find that really helps a ton. But now that I got the dishwasher started, I could go ahead and finish the last couple things that I was wanting to get done that I didn't get to the day before. I wanted to go ahead and move my oven so that way I could clean behind it. I honestly thought it was going to be a lot worse than what it was. I mean, it was not clean by any means. Honestly, you could see all of the crumbs and everything like that, especially that baseboard you're going to see in just a second. When I'm wiping it down, it got really dirty. So yes, it was dirty, but I honestly expected it to be worse. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing that I thought that, but definitely it was nice to get that cleaned. And even just trying to clean up this on this day with the kids, I definitely was like, yeah, I am glad that I did the cleaning mostly at night. I mean, this was manageable, but definitely easier when you don't have little kids watching what you're doing, and I'm glad they're curious, but it definitely makes it a little bit easier to do without them right there. But I'm going ahead and just using that same cleaner that I had used before, and I'm going ahead and just wiping these walls down the best that I can. I'm not, getting it too particular about it because I'm going to be painting these walls. So I just was trying to get a lot of the grease and splatters as best I could and called it good. But after we get this done, I'm going to just use a washcloth and clean these floors. We'll put back the oven, and then I'm going to sweep the floors, and then I'm also going to just hand scrub these floors with my scrub daddy that I use for like cleaning things. So I just am using some Lysol cleaner with some more water, and I just like to give them a good scrub where I can get really like close to the floors and see everything that is built up on that, and I find it works really good. But once we get all that done, that's going to bring us to the end of the video. Thank you guys all so much for being here and watching and staying till the very end. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below if you've started your spring cleaning, if you've spring cleaned your kitchen yet, if you have. And I will see you guys all in my very next one. Bye!
from my given disaster. Speed away from the holy mind. Pride. I swear I never thought it would matter if I'm gone by now.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be spring cleaning in my bedroom as well as my kids' bedroom. This was a couple days ago. I was taking off the comforter on my bed, the duvet, and the sheets, getting all of those washed. I had the intentions of spring cleaning on this day, but the day got busy, so we're doing it a different day, which is totally fine. I still just didn't wash the sheets in my room, and it worked out just fine. Just took off the sheets. You'll see in a minute to do some of my cleaning that I was wanting to, but I hope you get lots of motivation from today's video. We are so close to getting done with all of our spring cleaning. Now that I have these rooms done, all I have left is my living room, the downstairs bathroom, and then the downstairs main area. So we are so close, and I'm so happy because we are starting to get some more weather, so we're wanting to spend more time outside even on this day. I was really trying to stay focused because this was like the first warm day that we've had, and I wanted to be able to spend as much day as we could outside. So I was trying to use nap time as much as I could, and then I quickly did the kids' room right after Wacy woke up, so that way I could just get it all done and then we could be outside playing. I can't get those down, so I'm just gonna improvise and use like a washcloth on them. It's gonna take me a little longer, but that's okay, and I'll just go ahead and do it with that side as well, just so that way I don't have to deal with it because I can't get them down today. But let's get these other curtains down. But if you're new here, my name is Haley, and on my channel I love sharing tons of cleaning motivation, mom life motivation, homemaking, and just all of those types of videos. So I'd love to have you subscribe if you're new and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. We are taking off these curtains to start off. Like I mentioned, I couldn't get those blinds down, so just washed those with a washcloth. It isn't perfect, but it does work. So just doing a quick cycle on these with cold water, and it just feels so good to get these clean, and then they air dry and it just smells so good. So I needed to empty out the laundry basket. We had these sweats and sweatshirt outfit I thought I was gonna wear, ended up not, so put that back. My closet's a mess. We're not going to talk about it. I also have a bag of donations. I was going through things in my dresser the other day. I need to go through the rest of the shirts, but I didn't have time for that. And then something that a subscriber reminded me of is I like using a spin mop to clean your walls, and I have forgotten about this, and I've done it many times before, and they reminded me, and I was like, okay, I need to start doing that, because instead of just using a washcloth getting down like 700 times, I can just use this, and it cut the time in half, maybe more. I did have to do around the baseboards, but it took me like 2 seconds. It was just like loose dust. So if you are doing spring cleaning, or just any time you're wanting to clean your walls, using your spin mop is seriously so helpful. I just used like a touch of Dawn Dish soap in it, and that's what I basically cleaned it with, and it cleaned them so well. Any stain that was on there, I was able to get off. So super helpful, and I was glad I was able to get that done. So we're going to go around and get all of these walls done, and then we'll move on into doing the windows. I decided not to use my steam shot either on this day. That's what I have been using for the windows. I just used a washcloth and it worked perfectly fine. It just instantly didn't get all the dirt out, but I was trying to be quick and not loud since Wacy was sleeping, so that's just what I did, and it worked out. So that's just kind of what I am doing right now.
Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head, don't feel my spark between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving.
so I'm just getting this second window clean, and then we'll start cleaning the ceiling fan, and then I'm also going to just rotate my mattress. We can't actually flip it, but we can rotate it. So definitely like to do that once, maybe twice a year, just to kind of even things out. And then we'll also wipe down the bed frame. This needs a whole paint job, and that's kind of I'm going to go into kind of next, talking about now that the kids are sharing a room. I don't think this is like, well, no, I think this is the first video, if you have been watching my channel, where I've like fully showing the crib not being in here. So now that we have that blank slate, I really want to just decorate it. I have so many ideas for this house, and just, I don't know, I just can't quite figure out what I want to do. But then also I really want to focus on the kids' rooms now, and you're going to see it's definitely a small space. Like, we don't have a lot of room for other things, which is why I'm so glad that we can have the toys downstairs, because there's just not room upstairs. So I really want to focus on getting their room kind of done. I've slowly been kind of getting things here and there. You can see that was by the dresser. In a little bit you'll see is some pictures and stuff that I got at Hobby Lobby for the room. So I'm slowly kind of gathering things. We're doing like the cowboy cowgirl theme in there, and then also we are kind of just waiting to get the approval and okay to do it, but we are planning hopefully to make a pretty big change to the kitchen. We've been trying to figure out for the whole time we've been here how to fix the kitchen. If you've been around, you've seen we have this weird random hole, and it just feels like the kitchen is unfinished. So I think we finally figured out what could work and actually look decent, that's also functional for us. So we're just kind of waiting to get the go ahead on it. It is going to be a little bit of work, but I think the end product is going to be so good, and it's seriously going to change the kitchen 100%. It's seriously going to be just a night and day difference to what it was. So I'm really hoping that we get the okay and that we can start working on it. But after I got all that done, we are now going to wipe off the dressers. I'm not doing like the best job that I could, and I also need to figure out what to do with all of our internet situation. That's just out of control. And then this dresser, now that Wacy is out of here, we need to get a TV mount, because we had it on a different one, and then when we ended up getting these dressers, this dresser doesn't fit on the narrow one, so I need to get a TV mount so we can hang that and then put the tall dresser underneath it. So definitely just projects everywhere. We have the candy bowl for all of the holiday candies that are kind of going in there, so I know the kids aren't just always eating candy. And we're just wiping things down. These weren't too dirty, but there definitely was some dirty things on here, and just dust mainly too. So we're slowly getting this room put back together, and it feels so good. I loved the fresh, clean sheets smell, and then also when I carpet cleaned, it just felt so nice in here. So we're putting those curtains back on wet so they can dry, and loved that. It just makes the room instantly feel cleaner. I don't know about you, but it just feels like way cleaner that way. But then after that, we are going to go ahead and vacuum the mattress, and then we will vacuum the floors, and then we're going to carpet clean these floors in here, and then we're going to move on into the kids' room.
It was a Thursday night when I first saw you. Those green eyes caught me. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a Friday night when I first kissed you. You struck me like lightning. You broke my chains and released me. And days turned into nights on the couch in your apartment. No, I am not the same. Everything has changed. Every day, 24/7, you call my name, and I will come running. Yeah, every day, 24/7. Yeah, every day, I will come running, babe. Every day, but you see the real me. Since I let you in under my skin, I'm more free than I have ever been. You broke my chains and released me. And days turned into nights on the couch in your apartment. No, I am not the same. Everything has changed. Every day, 24/7, you call my name, and I will come running. Yeah, every day, 24/7. Yeah, every day, I will come running, babe. Every day, yeah, every day, babe. And days turned into nights on the couch. No, I am not the same. Everything has changed. Every day, 24/7, you call my name, and I will come running. Yeah, every day, 24/7. Yeah, every day, I will come running, babe. Every day, yeah, every day, babe.
Moving on into the kiddos' room, I'm basically just repeating the same process. Took off those curtains, got those into the washing machine, washing the walls. We're going to wash the ceiling fan, do the windows, all of that. The only thing that I'm really not doing in this space that I did before in the other room was take off the bedding and wash it and rotate the mattresses. And my reasoning for that is because I didn't have enough time in the day to be able to get all of the comforters and the mattress protectors all cleaned, and so I wanted to wait until I did. So I'll get that done in the next day or two and just get all of that clean, rotate Waverly's mattress. Wasey's mattress, it doesn't really need rotated. He doesn't really sleep on it a certain way. It might be can be flipped. I would have to look at it. I know that it might be like a double-sided where it's like more of like a newborn and then toddler, and I think it's on the toddler side, so I don't think we could, but maybe we will see. I also needed to wipe his crib down, but I knew we wanted to go outside, so I decided to skip that as well, which is totally fine. It doesn't have to be perfect when you're spring cleaning. I always say that if you don't get to some stuff, that's okay. Just kind of make a list and you can tackle it when you are able to. Just trying to get as much as you can and just making the effort, I feel like, is what's important, and that's at least what I have to tell myself. If you're seeing the weird cord, that's from the monitor. We need to figure out a better solution, but we have usually the curtains always covered because of Wasey taking naps during the day, so we never really open them, so they're covered. You can't really see it, so that's what we kind of say, but we do need to fix it so that way if we do want to open the windows, because it will be likely more in the summertime that we can. And I don't know if you noticed, but like multiple times throughout my cleaning, I think I forgot to clean the windows every single time, so needed to pull the blinds back up so I could clean those. And we're just working our way around. Once we get this next window done, we are going to wipe off the dressers, and then we're going to be doing the floors, and then that's really going to wrap up this video. I know it was kind of repetitive doing two different rooms, but I knew Waverly's and Wasey's room wasn't going to take very long because it is so small, and so I figured I would just put them together and share that. I don't know what my next video is going to be. It might be a spring cleaning video. That's what I'm at least hoping for. I just am not sure which room we will see when that comes. But thank you guys all so much for being here and watching today's video. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. Leave me a comment down below, and I will see you guys all in my very next one. Bye.
Bet you never loved someone. Bet you never loved somebody like I just did. Bet you always hurt the ones. Hurt the ones you say you're so deep in love with. You don't know nothing, 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 nothing. You don't know what it feels like. Baby, I'm
everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Haley, and on my channel I love to share tons of cleaning motivation, mom motivation, homemaking videos, and today we are going to be doing some more spring cleaning. We are going to be spring cleaning the downstairs bathroom, which mainly is Trajan's bathroom, and then a bathroom we just use if we're downstairs playing. He has all of his clothes and things downstairs since it can't fit upstairs, so he primarily uses this bathroom, and so it kind of gets gross because it gets more neglected because I'm not using it all the time. I mean, I do go in and I like look at it and I'm like, oh, I need to clean it, but that's usually when like the kids are playing, and trying to clean the bathroom with them down there, it would just be chaos. So I then put it off. So that's kind of what happens there. So today we are going to be cleaning it, and I will say today is a day that I was cleaning and I definitely could have done more, but that is okay. I just did what I could, and that's really all that matters. You can always do the other things later, maybe just do the specific thing that you missed just another time, so that way it's not feeling as overwhelming. On this particular day, I had gotten up and then we ate breakfast. It was a weekend, and I knew that I needed to kind of get up and get going. I didn't do my early morning workout. I waited until later. I actually hadn't even worked out at this point. I wanted to get the cleaning done first, but I needed to get my bathrooms clean because we were going to dinner with our friends and doing just like an adults only dinner without the kiddos, and so my sister and brother-in-law were coming over to watch the kids, so I wanted to make sure the bathrooms were clean for them. So I thought, let me just do some spring cleaning, but because I had already done some cleaning, that's why I didn't do as much in here, but I still did quite a bit. But definitely felt good to just get this done. Anyways, we're just starting out with these walls. I'm using my dish soap, vinegar, and water mixture to clean everything, and then we're also going to be doing the playroom too. I did part of it one day, and then the next day I did some more. So we're just going to start getting this bathroom nice and cleaned up, so that way it can just be refreshed for spring. Moving on into this shower, I couldn't think of what it was called, giving it a good scrub. It's definitely a hard place to film, so I didn't share much of me cleaning it because it is so hard to show you actually cleaning the space. But it definitely didn't take me too long to get this bathroom clean, so that was definitely nice. But once I get this done, we're going to start to move into these floors, sweep, and then I'll hand scrub them as well, and then we'll actually just move right on into doing the playroom. But I did want to mention, if you happen to get close to like seeing my nails, I kind of kept everything far back in this video because it was such a tight space. I had painted my nails the day before and they were like purple. All of them were purple. And after I had got done cleaning the upstairs bathroom and the downstairs bathroom, I noticed that my left thumb was like kind of gray, and then the rest of my left hand was the purple that it normally was, and my whole right hand was gray. And I was like, maybe it's just the cleaner I used, but I am left-handed. So I would think, because I'm always using my left hand, you know, mainly, that the left hand would be the one that would change color. And I was like trying to talk to my sister because she does her own nails at home all the time. And she's like, that's really weird. Like, did you use bleach or something? And I'm like, no, like I used vinegar. That's like the only product that I think would like kind of do that. She's like, I've never cleaned with vinegar really. So she's like, maybe that's what it is. So I've kind of just been living with my hand with one right hand gray and then 4 left purple and then 1 gray, and then I didn't have time to change it on this day, and I knew trying to do my nails with the kids up is just a disaster, so I ended up just leaving it and hoped that nobody really noticed at dinner. And then I still have actually left them now, and we'll see when I end up changing them. I think I'll just have to sand them, like get the top coat off and then do a base coat and then add the color again, and I'm gonna hope that it works. Here, I just spilt my water, and because you know Stanleys aren't spill proof, I made a big mess, but you know, it ended up being okay. But I am also just continuing washing the walls. I figured while I already had my mop water, actually I redid my mop water, but while I just had my mop out, I might as well just mop these floors because I was wanting to get this done anyways. And I definitely could have done more in this space cleaning wise, but like I said, I just wasn't feeling it. And then I even thought like the next day when I continued, I would do a little bit more, but I just kind of got to where I was like, I'm kind of over it. I've been spring cleaning so long, and just cleaning, just, you know, too much ends up burning you out. So I figured I would just clean the walls, and then I was going to deep clean the washer and dryer area, clean back behind it. And Trajan was taking a nap and I didn't want to wake him up, so I just decided that I would just do it another day, and I think that ended up working out good. I didn't push myself to do too much. I just was able to get what I needed done. And I was really trying to figure out a good time to do these carpets because I didn't want it to be super late at night and have the kids not be able to wake up. So having Trajan home and being able to do it then really did work out so he could be upstairs with the kids. And I did it at a time where we were going to be going to my parents' house for dinner. So that way we weren't really going to be coming home and wanting to play. Downstairs, we were just going to be getting ready for bed. So I figured that was a good time I could let things kind of dry, and then the next day we could play. So you'll see in just a second, I've moved a bunch of things. I decided not to move everything off the walls, off the floor I mean, but I did move some things, and I'm just going to give the floors a good vacuum, and then I will go through with my carpet cleaner and just clean the floor area that I've kind of emptied. And next time I carpet clean, I'll try to move more, but the things that kind of stayed the same, I figured I would just leave for now, and I can always do that a different day of going where I didn't carpet clean, and it would just be okay. But that's kind of it for this video. We're just going to finish vacuuming and doing the carpets. Sorry if you can hear Waverly, she's being very loud right now. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this video and got tons of cleaning motivation. Let me know if you did, and stay tuned because we have one more room that we're going to be cleaning, and it is the living room, and then I'll have my house spring clean and it'll feel so good. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you in my very next one. Bye! Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are spring cleaning in the last room, and that is the living room. I'm getting started. It's about 8:30. I normally never try to film these type of videos with Wasey up because it's chaotic, but it's supposed to be a really warm day, and so I want to be able to spend as much time as we can outside. So I really want to bust out and get this area cleaned so that way we can spend as much time as we can outside today. Oh, Emily's showing you her picture of stickers. But I'm going to be getting them breakfast, and I'm going to be in the living room so I can keep an eye on them then. So I figured now would be a good time to get things started because really this space isn't going to take me too long. It's more just wiping down walls, wiping things, dusting. I was going to clean the couches, but if you watched my hallway and stair video, my carpet cleaner, the attachment just isn't working very good for that kind of thing. I need to get one of the small hand carpet cleaners. So I think I've already posted an Amazon video about the deals that are going on, and one of those is a handheld carpet cleaner. So hopefully I will be able to clean that soon. So that's something I'm not going to get done, but I will carpet clean the floors. I was planning on moving all of the couches, but realistically it's just not going to work out. I've pushed this video for quite a while, cleaning this room, because I was going to need my husband's help to move things, and then we just got busy. We were doing other things. So today I'm just going to kind of clean the carpets where they are, and then hopefully sometime in the future we can kind of clean those spaces that we missed. But for now we're at least going to get the main walking area cleaned, and I feel like that will be good. So just know I also am not able to get everything done on my list that I was originally wanting. So if you're in that same boat, it is okay, because it's just life. You only can do as much as you can, and realistically that's just what I need to do. And you never know, maybe since I will be trying to get this done early in the morning, tonight when my husband gets home we can move the couches, since the carpet will be probably almost dry, and get it done that way. We'll just kind of play it by ear and we will see. I'm not going to try to rush things or try to get some things done before, but we'll just kind of play it by ear and see. But I'm going to stop talking. Let's get into all of this cleaning.
This world is so cold and deceiving, filled with lies and disguises and cheating. I got just the right sugar to sweeten, turn it all to the garden of Eden. I can make the gray turn gold, I can make the sun come out, I can make the bland turn bold, show you what it's all about. I can make all your edges smooth, I can make your visions come true, just like a filter. Whenever you want me, I'm here for you. I make you brand new, just like a filter. All of them flaws, baby, worse than yours. Let's bang it true. I can give you a vibe and a reason. You just have to give in to the feeling. Don't you know that believing and seeing, let me paint you a world you can dream in.
I think Trajan was the one that screwed those in, because those two are so tight. So
but the other one you could get.
Yeah, the other one I could get, huh? So I think I'm just gonna put that curtain back up, and then I'll just wash those when Trajan gets home and he can undo it. I don't know if I'll share it, but I'll just do that because I can't get it undone and I don't want to ruin it trying to get it. So that's kind of my plan. You know, things just don't always go to plan.
I was feeling broken, couldn't see where I was going, almost fell apart. That is when I found you. You could see right through me, pull me from the darkness, save me from the start. I might be reaching for the stars, but whenever I'm with you, doesn't matter where I am. I follow the voices in my heart. I feel you're always here by my side. I know that you are glorious, glorious. I know that you are glorious. I'm all in this time, all in this time. On top of the world, let's save every moment. Nothing can break us apart. Let us show 춤을 추며 노래 do whatever I like, because I have you right by my side. I know that you are. 이전엔 내가 아냐, 난 돌아가지 않아. 공허 있었던 그 수많은 밤을 말이야. 아무도 없던 내게 따스히 다가와준 그 모든 의미를 난 잊지 않아. I might be reaching for the stars, but whenever I'm with you, doesn't matter where I am. I follow the voices in my heart.
So I got those blinds into some warm water, soaking in the bathtub. It's the easiest way to clean it, and after cleaning them just with a washcloth not taken down, I was like, this is definitely the easier option. You don't even hardly have to scrub. You just kind of let them soak and it gets all that dust and grime off. But using my spin mop again to clean these walls, it definitely is just the way to go. It is so much faster and you can clean so much higher. So definitely using that today to get everything nice and cleaned, because I did have quite a few walls in this space. You will have to let me know, what are your weekend plans? I think that we're not going to be doing anything too crazy. It is my grandma's birthday, so we're going to go to a painting place and we're going to paint, and then we're going to go over to her house for lunch. And then other than that, like, our weekends pretty open. We might try to go outside and get some yard work done, because it's definitely getting to be warmer here and we really want to get sod put in the backyard before too long, once we know for sure that it's not freezing anymore, things like that. So we want to have the yard ready for when we can put it in, because we live on a very busy street and we want to make sure that the kids can play and be outside as much as they can in the backyard where we know that they are safe. So that is like our number one priority, is getting that backyard ready for sod. So hopefully soon we can get that. And then we've also thought about getting them a little like metal swing set. I don't know if I've ever actually shown the backyard, but it is a very small space. So we can't do like a big swing set that has like a big playhouse on it. But Trajan's thinking about building like a tree house, because we have two really big trees that he could build one. So that's kind of what we're thinking. So that way the kids can have, you know, be able to play outside, and Wacy really won't be able to play if we actually do get the treehouse, but I know Waverly would absolutely love it. But we swept and mopped that front entry area, and then I'm cleaning this fan really quick, just getting things wiped down, cleaned. We're going to be cleaning windows, everything, just getting it nice and spring cleaned, and it just feels so good, especially because this is the last room that I was really needing to tackle, and it just, I don't know, I feel so good now knowing that it's done. But I will say, I feel like because I've been focusing so much on like just spring cleaning, I feel like my house just needs like a good reset. I need to clean the bathrooms, I need to just vacuum everywhere, wipe things down, just like dusting, just to kind of maintain all of that spring cleaning. So that will definitely be coming soon on my channel. And something that I'm thinking about kind of adding in is, I think it will be every Friday. I'll kind of try to do just like a day in the life, kind of mix things up a little bit and just share a little bit more of my life. And that will kind of include like, you know, me just talking and like going throughout our day, cleaning like you always kind of see from me, and just adding a little bit of variety. So kind of be looking forward to my Fridays videos transitioning into that. I may end up posting a different video, one day in the life another, but my goal is really to post at least one day in the life video per week. I am now working on the floors and the couch, getting those all vacuumed, going along the edges and making sure that they really get clean. I always love to do a good clean of the couch. Sometimes I'm just using my cordless vacuum, which does work, but definitely using the cord vacuum works better. And I love now having my couch the way it is because I can do vacuum lines on it, and I don't know, it just makes me happy walking by and seeing the vacuum lines. I know some people hate them, some people love them. I love just a freshly clean vacuum lined space. It just helps me feel like the space is truly clean. But we're going to get this rug vacuumed. We're going to move on into this back section here in just a minute, and then we're going to pull out the shampooer. If you've watched my other spring cleaning videos, I've mentioned all of the cleaning products that I've been using, and I will try to link as many as I can down in the shopping tab below, so that way if you don't have any and you're wanting to get some spring cleaning done or just cleaning in general, you can kind of see what I have and purchase some of those if you would like, or just look at it and figure out exactly which kind you would want as well. But we are going to finish the cleaning of the vacuuming, and then we are going to pull out the carpet cleaner. I just want to say thank you so much for being here and watching today's video. And if you've been sticking around through all of my spring cleaning videos, I really do appreciate it. And I hope you're able to get at least some motivation to get some spring cleaning done around your house, just motivation to tackle something around your house. Or if you're just watching to enjoy it, I hope you were able to. But I am so happy to be done with my spring cleaning, especially now that we're getting the warm weather. I can go out and just enjoy it with my kids. But thanks again for watching. I will try to have as many things that I used down in the description and the YouTube shopping tab, and I will see you guys all in my very next one. Bye!
Sorry, only you to never say no.